Hey everyone, Weston here. Thank you so much for watching and checking out my channel. I hope you find some other videos while you're here. And today I'm going to show you how to do the Australian plait or the Australian braid, whatever you want to call it. I call it a single line braid. I've used it before, but you can use it for a fish hook and you can use it for a plug. It's very similar to the Bimini twist. It's 100% knot, and a lot of people claim that the braid itself actually gives the line a cushioning effect when it gets hit. It is excellent for extremely thick things such as paracord and for large lines. If you're having a hard time getting the Bimini twist, if you're having a hard time getting those lines to lay over at 90 degrees where it looks pretty, try the Australian plait. Okay, so hopefully I can get this to show in the camera. But all this is a single line braid. When you usually braid 3, over 1, over 1, over 1, over 1, or under, 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 whichever way. Everybody knows how to braid, I hope. Okay, to do it on a single line though, you have to create 3 ends. And to do that, we're going to make one of those a loop. So we're going to loop, and then we're going to let the tag end hang down, as such. Now I'm going to pull it to adjust here so that this is on camera, but that's all I did is I made a loop. Now, I start with it under. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it right to the middle. It comes right inside the middle here. Now, this is the loop, so you want to keep your tag end in the middle or flipped every time. You would then take the outside one and go over the left one. This completes your first braid. That's the most important one because your standing line's still here, and you've got your braid ready to begin. Now once you've done that, you're going to take the right outside one and you're going to go over the middle one. Then you're going to take the left one, go back over, right one, as such the whole way. Now, your tag end here, if you've got a really long one, you're tying a huge loop, I'm doing a small one here. This gets tangled up easy, so every third try or every third braid, hook it with your finger, snatch it out like that, and it'll roll. So I'm just going to do a couple more here so that we have our braid in place. Keep them very tight. This works great with large diameter stuff just like this. As I said, that gets tangled. Find which one's the loose one and pull it out. Now it's out. We've still got our loop. Okay, now there is no set number to the amount of braids you need. I don't think there is. I would say at least 10 or 15. You don't need to do like 3 because it won't hold. Okay, well now when you get it all the way down, when you find your tag end with your tag end on a side. Don't let it be hanging in the middle. You want it to come over to the side. Now, here's our braid. I don't think I did half bad for a guy. When you got your braid sitting here, you want your loop standing. I hope that's in the camera. Alright, once it's standing, we're going to create a backwards uni-knot loop, whatever the heck you want to call it. You could have done an overhand here if you want to. Just go back through underneath there. I think it makes it a little bulky. So make sure your braid's tight. Make sure everything's ready. Hold this out of the way. You're not tying the loop. Form a circle. Come through it at least 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now you'd want to moisten your knot. You'll want to hold your loop. I'll put it in my mouth here so it holds out in front of the camera. Keep this tight, and you're going to slowly but steadily, if you can, without messing up like me, I'm going to roll it so it stays neat. Work this down and seat it. Now, this is pretty thick stuff, and one of my loops is over the other loop. But if you've got thin stuff or whatever, or thin mono or thin braid, it will seat down exceptionally well. And that is the Australian plait. That's what it looks like. You want to trim this tag end not super short, because if you trimmed it super short and it bumped, it'd start to unroll. So leave a good 1/4 inch there. It's going to not be near the lure anyway for the fish to see. Make sure it seats down good. You'll always want to use a pair of pliers on this one. You can really yank on it. And if you want to connect this straight to a fish hook, you'd have this trimmed. A loop is an excellent way. To do it, you would simply go through the eye of your hook or around it. You'd come over the hook, grab your hook, pull this back through the eye, and you've got a looped hook right there. This is one of the strongest knots. It tests 100% all the time if tied correctly. It does take a little longer to tie, but it is worth the wait. We use it on sharks sometimes, and it holds all the time. If you want to use it on your brim, go right ahead. A great, great knot. If you have a large diameter line, such as this, and you have another smaller braid, let's say you're going from like 80 or 90 pound mono down to like a 30 braid for your very end or something, or vice versa, tie you a Australian on this end, tie you an Australian on the other end. When you go to put it through, just simply loop it over, put that tag in of that line through, and pull out your last 20 or so feet, and you'll have an Australian to Australian for that last leader. Not very good as a wind-on because it does bulk up sometime, but an extremely strong knot. So, hope that helps. Maybe I'll get another video of me tying it like right here, but it does take a lot of line to tie this knot. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Ask me any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm sure these knots are on the internet. And other than that, y'all have a great day and happy fishing. Thank you so much. Weston out.